Full toss. Oh, gets away with that. That's straight to mid-wicket. I think it's Kariko there doing the fielding. Get the feeling he's going to look leg side again, Bertel. Ooh, bit of extra bounce there. It's guided away down to deep third. There's a bit of tension now here at TKRG. PNG in the last 5 minutes or so, just beginning to drag things back. Can't drag things back with that. Unless, of course, you hit a full toss straight to the fielder. Yeah, I thought it was 4 down the ground for a second. Gets away with another full toss here. See that sometimes. Someone has a slingy action. It can be hard to pick up length sometimes. How often have we seen someone like Malinga or Fidel Edwards take wickets with full tosses? Better length. Again, just one. It's been a good over this. Just 3 runs off it, 1 ball left.
Of course, we had 16 runs coming in the 5th over. At that point, Wasp was in excess of 200. Now it's dropped just a little bit to 192.
Drilled through extra cover. It's rushing down to the boundary. Will it get there? Yeah, good work in the deep. I think he's just managed to pick. Yeah, he's just pulled that in. Good stuff, PNG. Saving 2 runs on the boundary there. Just 5 off the over. And after 7, it's 62 for none.
Hello. Hello.
A good spell this for PNG. Just 12 runs coming in the last 2 overs. John Kariko coming back into the attack now. Just the 1 over for him. Conceded 10 in the 2nd over of the innings. But I think this is where you're going to see Kariko shine. He's a very canny operator in the middle overs. Yeah, good stuff there. It's faster and flatter. Seated boundaries of into the leg side. Should just be a single. They're thinking about a second. Now they're going to come back for it. Good bit of running. They're so quick between the wickets, Bandari and Bertel. Just going back to that point I was making earlier. Conceded boundaries of each of his first 2 deliveries, Kariko. Since then, he's found his length, the left-arm spinner. But I don't think Bandari and Bertel will want him to settle. In Nepal, they still have 10 wickets in hand, so I think we're going to see them go after the bowling. That's high. Is it long enough? There's a chance here, long off. Takes it well. Good boundary management there. And that's the first wicket down. Kariko strikes for PNG. I like what he did there, just threw it up nice and wide. Bhandari gone for 27. Nepal after 7.5 overs, a 64 for 1. And in walks the skipper, Rohit Paudel, at 3. Good thing for Paudel, he's got Berthel for company. Berthel on 37 off 23. That wicket coming at a very handy time for PNG. That winning in score predictor has dipped to 184. Like I said, if they can restrict Nepal to something in that 180 range, I think they're going to be quite happy with that. Nepal, I dare say, in recent times, some question marks
with their bowling lineup. And of course, there's no Sompal Kami either on this tour of Hong Kong. Hurts them with the ball. It also hurts them with the bat. I wonder if we're just seeing a bit of purchase off this deck now.
It looked like that one just held up in the surface. During the pitch report, I thought there were going to be a lot of runs on this deck. I'm starting to doubt that now. Tossed up again. It's a bit wide. But that's how he got that wicket. Tossed it up nice and slow and wide. Bhandari was trying to go a lot straighter, but he's just dragged it towards long off. Shorter, quicker. Yeah, I wonder if there's bat on that. I think it's beaten everyone. Yeah, no, bat on that. And technically goes down as a drop catch. Paudel gets off the mark in streaky fashion. 3 off that over, including the big wicket of Bhandari. After 8, it's 65 for 1. Again, another change in bowling. This time, Pokhana, the left armer, back for his second spell. And Pokhana, of course, conceded a maximum in that first over. A short delivery on the legs that Bhandari dispatched over deep square leg. Ball 2 leg side with these short, deep square leg boundaries. It's going to be Paudel on strike. Moves across the stumps. That's been taken. Kipling Dariga makes no mistake. Pokhana strikes back with his first wicket. Nepal 65 for 2. Yeah, gone for 1. That brings Arif Sheikh to the crease at number 4. Chipped in with a handy 38 on the opening day against Hong Kong. The Friendship Cup, I mean. 65 for 2. I think without a doubt, PNG will be the happier of the two teams. But I just wonder if we have to revise our score predictions. Just saw the ball holding up in the track a little bit from John Carrico in that previous over. So maybe that 200 mark that we were talking about, I think what this strong sunshine has done is maybe just dry out that surface. It's not something I predicted at the start of the broadcast. So maybe that 200, 190, 200 figure, maybe we have to revise that. 170, 175. Could be very competitive. Sheikh facing his first ball. Again, a play and a miss. He's found that line, hasn't he?
Now the last 3.2 overs, the last 20 balls, they've only conceded 15 runs and taken 2 wickets. Again, extra bounce, again, past the outside edge. Asif Sheikh. Asif Sheikh just struggling a little bit early in his innings. 2 balls, 2 plays and misses. That's the thing about Pokana, all that experience, the left armour, he's learnt from that error in his first over. Fuller this time. Yeah, I like that, changed up his length. Heard that big grunt as well. I think he was trying to go into the block hole. The execution not perfect there, but I like the thinking from Pokana. He's yet to concede a run in this over as well. It's amazing how the game has changed ever since I came into commentary. What is going on? I do apologize, Nepal fans, clearly. Well, a bad omen for your team. Slashes again straight to the fielder. Still no runs here for a frustrated Asif Sheikh. Arif Sheikh, I beg your pardon. Asif Sheikh was not able to make this tour. And my colleagues in the production unit keeping me honest. See a couple of Nepal fans as well in the backdrop. Gonna get more and more Nepal fans come in. Slashed this time, he finds the gap. Is he gonna find a boundary? Absolutely. Stylish way to get off the mark. But still a successful over for PNG. 4 runs off it and the big wicket. I think what you see with that shot as well, he was expecting that width outside the off stump. See these Nepal fans, we saw them in down jackets during the Friendship Cup. Got a couple of people in short sleeves today. Very different weather on a sun-baked Tin Kwong Road recreation ground. Another change in bowling. This time the captain brings himself on. Bit of off spin. Asadwalla into the attack. He's a more than handy off spinner, isn't he? Oh, that's too short. Could be 4. Nah, there's cover in the deep. It's only a single. Lucky to get away with that. Berthel, he's been merciless with that cut shot so far today. 2 of his boundaries square of the wicket on the offside. He's on 38 now, Berthel. He's just been snubbed of the strike in the last 3 or 4 overs as Kushal Berthel. Change of angle, comes around the wicket. Ah, that one going on with the arm. Back live. Oh, that's been taken. Yeah, it's been given as well. Asadwalla brings himself on and the captain strikes straight away. That's the end of Asif Sheikh for 4. Arif Sheikh for 4.
Sick.
Yeah, very good spell of cricket here for PNG. The last 4.5 overs have yielded 3 wickets and they've only conceded 20 runs. Nepal, after 9.5 overs, are 70 for 3. We'll take a short break for drinks. We have Monty Desai discussing with his team. Sandeep Jora has walked in at number 5. Gets a pat on the back as well from his coach, the enigmatic Monty Desai. Look at that Nepal card, 38 right up top for Kushal Berthal. A good supporting 27 for Bandari. But when he held out to Norman Vanua at long off, it was a bit of a turning point. Powdell gone for 1. Asif Sheikh just now. An attempted lap shot that was taken by Kipling Doriga. That's why they find themselves 70 for 3 after 9.3. Bowling card makes for good reading if you're a PNG supporter. 1 for 13 for Bacana. 1 for 13 as well for John Corico up top. None for 24. Norman Vanua, a bit expensive. 12 runs in his 2 overs for Gardner. And now Asad Vala with that wicket as well. Just joining us, it's PNG who won the toss and decided to bowl first. For an expensive first 5 overs. They've taken 3 for 20 in the last 4.5. You gotta say they're in control of this game right now. We're taking a short break for drinks. Don't go too far. We'll be back in a minute and a half for the second half of this innings. Back live here at TKRG. Nepal, they started so well, didn't they? In spite of these 3 wickets, the silver lining for them is Kushal Berthal is still at the crease. Sandeep Jora as well, he's walked in at 5. He's a very busy player, Sandeep Jora. And looking to cement his place as a regular member of this Nepal lineup. That's the thing, that's what the absence of the Bendra Singh Airi does. It gives other players a chance to step up and stake a claim. Worked away in the leg side. Jora off the mark straight away. It's just a single. So Berthal
Hasn't had much of the strike. Seen 3 of his partners walk back to that dugout. 2 balls left now in the 10th over. Yeah, good length there from Vala. Was a bit short on that first ball. Got 1 ball left in this over. After that, I'll be stepping out of the comm box and handing you over to Aaron Bush. Beaten again. Another arm ball, another play and a miss. 2 runs off the over and the wicket of Arif Sheikh at the halfway point. Nepal 71 for 3. I'm going to hand you over to Aaron Bush.
Thanks, Jay. Don't go far. I believe you're doing an interview very shortly, so we'll be seeing Jay on camera. Interviewing somebody, one of the superstars from Nepal. I know who it is, but keep it a secret until ready to go. We'll continue on here, as will, looks like Corico to bowl 2 overs so far, 1 for 13. Bowling from the Argyle Street position. Going to get through for 1. They're going to chance the arm. Yes, they've turned and run. 1 went fast and gets back. Huge gust blowing across Ting Kwong Road as they scamper back safely for 2. Berthal wasn't really interested in that second, but fortunately the throw came in to the keeper's end, so get through safely. More. That's in the air, but picks the gap. More work to do for the sweeper out on the offside ropes. And comes to the bowler's end this time, but Bertel gets back safely for another 2. Yes, coming up very shortly, Jay Dancing Hani will be interviewing Nepal superstar Karen KC. This one's well outside off, but stays inside the tram lines. You can hear the wind blowing across the ground. That's swatted again out to the offside sweeper. Just a single this time.
76. Quick fighting tough. Yeah, the studios are like that.
2 balls remaining in the 11th. Kariko around the wicket, faster, harder. Strays onto the thigh pad, so runs on the leg side. Just a single though. As Jay was mentioning before the drinks break, PNG fighting back, bringing down this run rate. Still over 7, just. 6 runs off this over with 1 ball remaining. And there's the faster ball again. Now we'll get through for a single to keep that run rate around the 7 mark. 7 off the 11th. Nepal 78 for 3. Vala continuing from the softball ground end, but it's time for that interview. And time to cross to Jay Dancing Honey.
Thanks, Aaron. I've got Karan Casey here with me. Karan, what do you think about the game situation right now?
Right now, I think it's a little bit difficult as a batting, but just we start well. First power play, I think they played really well as a batsman. But right now, I think we have a good score as well.
And we spoke about it as well off camera. It looks like there's just a bit of turn in this wicket, maybe a bit of low bounce also.
Yeah, from as a bowling unit, it's look a little bit slow and turning wicket. The way they bowling, I think they come back nicely as a spinners. They come back nicely.
What do you think is a good score on this deck?
It's a small ground, so I think around 160, 180 will be a good score to stop.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, the big news is Nepal back in Hong Kong after, I believe, 7 years or so. What's it like being back in Hong Kong?
Yeah, it's been great to be in Hong Kong. Like you said, 7 years back I was here. Played 2 games, but one same condition, like there was a typhoon and one game was cancelled. So from last couple of days still raining, but today is a sunny day. So I think we will enjoy cricket in Hong Kong right now.
I think rain or shine, that's not going to stop Nepal fans from coming to the ground. How good is it? Wherever you go, you've always got Nepali support.
Yeah, I think as a Nepali supporter, as a Nepali fan, they always love us wherever we go. I think the best thing about Nepali cricket, I think they are the 12th man of Nepali cricket. So we enjoyed and like they enjoyed as well.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, the bigger picture as well with this tour is the preparation for the T20 World Cup. How's it going in the camp, and what's the mood with the boys right now in the lead up to that World Cup?
Last month we just finished our ODI cricket and we played against Netherlands, Namibia T20 series as well. I think right now we are doing good as a T20 World Cup is a preparation for us. From now on, we are very much focused on the T20 cricket, and now
I think we are doing good. Most of the new players are here and they are doing good as well. So it's a good preparation for us.
I'm glad you bring up the new players because someone like Dipendra Singh Airi, he's not on this trip. Sompal as well. You know, he hasn't been able to make this trip, but it gives other people, someone like Binod Bandari, Sandeep Jora, a chance to establish themselves. Akash Chand as well, who's come through the under-19 system, gives them a chance to become more regular members of the Nepal lineup.
Yeah, I think most of the players from under 19 and the seniors as well from the last World Cup. You said Binod Bandari is there. So I think most of the players are very capable and very talented as well. So we are taking them as a World Cup unit. So we are looking for them for a good form. They can come back from a good form. So we are looking for them as well.
And of course, you know, you're a senior player in this lineup now. Someone like Akash Chand, are you passing on any advice, and is there sort of like a mentorship relationship there?
Like they played under 19 cricket just now the last 2 months, so they are very much prepared and they just need guidance like how to play and how to handle the pressure, you know. I think we are working on that. As a senior player, I'm trying to tell them, giving some tips for how to bowl on the wickets, like different conditions like we have in Nepal. There are different conditions, like Hong Kong is different condition. So are they getting there? I think they are doing good.
And last question, after this tour of Hong Kong, what's next for Nepal?
We have a games in Nepal against Ireland A. So we have a T20 series as well in Nepal against Ireland. So I think we are very much looking forward for the World Cup and everything we do for the World Cup right now.
Karan, thank you for being so generous with your time. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And back to you guys in the comm box.
Thanks, Jay. And thanks very much to Karen Casey for joining us in the broadcast. The most experienced capped T20I player for Nepal with 61 caps so far. This will be his 62nd. Comes in and has a chat. 160 to 180, he said, should be around par. So some work to do. Nepal, still 7 wickets in hand. Be looking to put on anywhere from 70 to 90, double the score from here. That might help. How far's that gone? Has it gone far enough? Has it gone far enough? It has gone far enough. 2 players waiting, thinking perhaps they could get hands on that one, but no such chance. And that's the 50 up for Bertel in style.
मेरो जस्ताको तस्तै हात छ उ
Bertel bringing up his 50 with a maximum. This time crunched hard, but mid-off in place. See 50, including 7 boundaries for Bertel. He's been out there since the beginning. Watched a few fall around him. Playing a fine knock so far. Still going at a strike rate now of over 150. Gardner 1 ball remaining in the 13th. It's shorter, it's whipped away behind point. Deep third will come around to cut it off. And that's a single to end the over. 11 runs coming from it. Nepal heading towards the 3-figure mark. They're 97 for 3. Kushal Bertel bringing up his 50 last over. He's the only player in this Nepal squad here in Hong Kong to get to 3 figures. Highest score of 104. Averages 31.63 before this game. He's done well. He's going to get his average up even further now with this half century. He's on strike. Karika around the wicket. Eases it to point. Good fielding, good running. Gets through for the single. Nepal fans continue to pour into Ting Kwong Road. You can hear them every time there's a bat on ball that's crunched long. Even the singles get a round of applause from the crowd. Obviously bringing up the 50 with a maximum. Got a much larger reaction. 2 Nepal flags in now. Gives himself some room this time, Bertel. Big point fielder will keep it to a single, and that's the 100 up for Nepal. Seen plenty of milestones brought up with boundaries. This one, just a nice eased single out on the offside. That's in the air, but going to be wide of that long off fielder, and that's going to be a boundary. Gets to the 3 figures for Nepal and then puts the boundary in the books, Jora. Handy knock from him as well. Moves to 19 off 13 deliveries. Rico goes the reversey. That's coming straight down into our commentary position. Under my foot. I'll actually pick the ball up. Beautiful boundary for 4. Went the reverse on it. Bit of a top edge up and over, but there was nobody down here near the commentary position. So another boundary. Runs flowing again for Nepal, and he's gone big. He's trying to go very big. He's gone very big. That one's out of the ground. A maximum 6 to finish off the 14th over. Nepal 114 for 3. 17 runs coming from that over. You can see the wagon wheel now for Bertel's 50. He's got runs. Keeps the boundaries for 4 on one side and the 6s on the other. Very well batted 50. Now 53 off 36. Plenty of runs scored behind square and point. Seen he's very strong, especially behind point. Can crunch it hard. All of a sudden, Nepal, who were in double figures at the start of that last over, now scampered up to 114. 6 overs remaining, still 7 wickets in hand, plenty of batting to come. Norman Vanua back into the attack, 2 overs so far, none for 24. Unlucky not to get a wicket in his first over. Unlucky not to get 2 wickets, in fact. A couple of balls in the air. That's a good delivery. Giving Vanua some protection down here towards our commentary position. And at the very short, long on position, the youngster Kariko. And that's been put on the offside, though. It's in the air, and it's taken all the way for a maximum. That maximum brings up the 50 partnership for these two. 50 off 29. 2 4s, 3 maximums. Bertella Jora, just 19 minutes. Vanua fuller this time, and that man, John Kariko, is in the action. He's held that. He's got underneath it. The nod goes out. The wicket falls. Great field placement. We said he was down here lurking on the short boundary. John Kariko takes the catch right on the ground, but definitely had his hands underneath. He was right near our commentary position. Fantastic way to end a fantastic innings. Bertel out for 59. Gulshan Jar coming to the crease. I was about to mention just before that delivery that while I've been in commentary, the runs have flowed for Nepal and the wickets have all fallen when Jay Dansinghani is in comms. But with 3 balls remaining before I step out again, I finally get to call a wicket. There he is, right on screen, right in front of our camera position. Great catch. The youngster just 20 years of age. He's bowled out 4 overs, he's got himself a wicket, now he's got himself a catch, and the huge catch of the opener, Bertel. And that's first wicket for Norman as well. We say people attack this short Argyle Street boundary. We've also seen plenty of times that a little miss hit doesn't quite make it over the ropes. That one there, maybe a metre or 2 inside the ropes where Kariko got down to it, and he's now been moved inside the circle to long off, mid-off I should say. Guided behind point, deep third, gets off the mark there for Jar. Rotates the strike back to Jora. Brought up the 100, brought up the 50 partnership, brought up the 50 for Bertel. And then Norman has struck in the 15th. Heard Jay talking to Karen KC. He said anywhere between 160 to 180 is a good target. They're on target at the moment. The computer projector saying 175. That one's lofted straight. All the way. Was it all the way? No, one bounce over the ropes, smashes into the side screen and my effects microphone, rattling through our head if you're listening and watching online with the headphones on. The side screen.